If you like seeing damaged cars slowly come back to life like this car, this is exactly the place for you. Because in every video, we take another step to turning this rake into a solid car again. And today we're continuing with one of the biggest problems which we've been facing so far, and that is this bent chassis leg right here. In the last video, we made some really good progress. We finally got both of the doors installed, and honestly, they're starting to look really, really good. Both of them are fully functional, and we also finished up the interior of them. So the only thing that's left is to get these painted. And after we finish those doors up, we continue with this chassis leg right here. And as you can see, this is not what it looked like when we got the car. This is what it looked like, besides that it was bent. Because in the last video, we made some really good progress. We took this front plate off, which sits on it like this, and we already took this top piece off. Because as you can see right here, this is what it looked like before we started working on the car. Had a huge bend in it, and what we're trying to do now is to cut out this entire chassis leg. But we are keeping this outside wall because it's still savable and in a very good condition. It's only bent and doesn't have any tears like the other side. But we can't continue with the chassis leg just yet. We'll get to that later in the video because we're still waiting on the drill bits for it. So whilst we're waiting, we're gonna get some body work done. And down here on the side skirt, we have a pretty bad bend right here in the metal. And this is just a one-sided piece, which is completely folded inwards. And this is what we're gonna start off with to try to save this because this is definitely savable. We just need to pull it out, and that's our first question. How do we even pull this off? So that's what we'll try to figure out now. So let's get this wheel off so that we have a little bit more space. After the wheel's off, we're already going to stick on the PDR tool with the hot glue gun, and then whilst it's cooling down, we can start hammering the lip back so that it's completely straight again. Now that this one is cooled down and has a good hold, we're going to hook up our tool and can now start pulling out, which worked pretty good. After that, we can take it off and then put on the next one already. So now a update what it looks like. We have this piece on, as you just saw, and we don't just need to bend it out, but we need to bend it forwards also. And this is what we're gonna do now with our little contraption right here. How we're gonna do it, we have our ratchet strap right here, and then we're gonna tighten it and then pull this entire thing forward. And we kind of need to twist it forwards and down because this part is bent upwards and also to the back. And we have it attached to the car itself so that the car wouldn't move because it is on jacks. If we would put it to something externally, then it would try to pull it off of the jacks. We definitely don't want that. Like this, nothing will happen. So now let's try to pull it. So whilst we're putting this together, I just want to tell everyone who's new to my channel a little bit about myself. I'm 17 years old and currently I'm still in high school. I always loved working on cars and honestly anything that has an engine. And when I'm not working on the cars, then I'm working on putting these videos together for all of you guys. So make sure to like and subscribe so that we can grow together and bring more content for you guys. So now we already got the entire thing out by quite a lot and it's actually working pretty well. Now the only problem that we are having is this dent right here because it's so far inwards and it's super hard to push out. Then I saw this rubber seal right here which covers this entire hole, and then I was kind of wondering if we could maybe push it from the inside because as I said, pulling is pretty hard. So I popped it off and I could actually reach inside of here and feel the dent from the inside, and we have a good tool for that. So now we're going to see if we can pop it out from the inside. Pushing it from the inside didn't really work that well, so we just gave it one more shot by pulling it from the outside. So we made some good progress on the end of the side skirt right here, but we are gonna stop with it right here because this dent is very far inside, definitely savable. This entire thing is savable, but normally you would now weld on little pins where you can actually pull onto and it won't rip off like the hot glue, and it would be a lot easier, but we're not going to do that because we don't want to damage the paint even more and then have to respray everything. So that's not the step that we're going to take. We are going to stop here as I said and then continue with the chassis leg right here. And what we're going to do now is take this bottom piece off, and what we have to do first is drill out these 2 spot welds and then also 4 underneath to get this reinforcement out in the middle right here to loosen that because this runs through the entire chassis leg. And then once this is loose, we still have all these spot welds back here that connected to the outside of the chassis leg. And since we don't want to drill through the outside, we have to drill through the inside, but it's going to be a little hard with short drill bits. These are the only ones that we have currently. So then after we loosen the reinforcement, we're going to make a cut along the edge back here, and then we can drop this lower piece, and then we're going to drill through all these spot welds in the bottom and then disconnect the bottom piece. So now finally, after a lot of drilling and hammering, we finally got the lower piece out, which definitely took a while, and we had to bend it down, as you can see here. Sat like this, and we bent it down so that we have better access to these lower spot welds. Finally got it out. Now we can see the full reinforcement right here and the bend. As we saw before, no tear, nothing, and that's going to be also the next step to see how we can bend this one straight, because as I said, it's reinforcement, and with that it's pretty strong. But since we cut the lower piece out, we still have this little piece left here, and that's the next step to drill all these spot welds out right here. And then this should be pretty easy to chisel out because it's just a small piece. So I'd say let's start with that. First, to make a bit more room, we're going to try to bend the reinforcement back straight. So we tried heating it up, bending it, but what worked the best at the end was to use the clamps and more or less press it flat and straight together. This entire section up here now already looks a lot better and straighter than it was before. This outer wall we just bent out by a good amount. Still have it inwards on the bottom, but definitely better than before. Still need to work on it and need to take measurements and everything, but got it roughly into position. And same thing with the reinforcement, it's still kind of twisted, but we got the big bend back here out of the way, and still has a little bit of a bend, but we're gonna fix that once we make the final cut and cut back into here, because we're going to cut further into the back, because this was just to take everything off, and then we're going to make the final cut once we have the piece that's going to go on here. And this is what we have right here, the front end, the apron or the chassis leg, the structural cut off of another Audi, which is also for the RS3. And as you can see, it also has the outside wall, and this is what we're gonna also have to do. Also take the outside wall off, so that's gonna also involve a lot of drilling once again. And if you haven't noticed, by far, the parts that we buy for the car, if they have paint on them, are mostly black or darker colors like this one, and also the doors. Because if they ever tend to have anything after you paint them, you will have a black color underneath and not blue, red, or whatever. The car is already yellow. And that's something that we also need to do, is to take this outside wall off so that we can use the rest of this apron. But first, let's take this little piece off. After all the drilling and hammering, the small and final piece is out, but now we have a whole nother chassis leg which we have to take apart. So this is what I'm doing now, and in the meantime, my dad also did a bit of work on the side skirt, which we started with at the beginning of this video. The first step for this is to take off all the seam sealer to reveal the spot welds. Once that is done, I can start drilling through everything, but I also don't want to go through it. I only want as little off as possible so that we still have material when it gets welded together. After it's drilled, I'm taking our hydraulic press to put tension on the two to make it a little easier when splitting them apart. So now I just finally got these two pieces apart. Like I said, this is the back wall, and then this is the new piece which we're going to be using for the RS3. And yeah, honestly, it was pretty easy to get it off. Definitely a lot easier than getting it off on the car, especially when it's bent like that. But as I said, finally got it apart, and let's take a look at what my dad did. He made some really good progress down here on the side skirt. Definitely looks a lot better. Still some damage on it that we need to do. As I said before, we still have this pretty bad dent in here and still need to see how we're gonna get that out. Definitely all possible, but as I said, this entire piece at the front, this corner, he said, takes a lot of patience. This entire thing takes a lot of patience. This is also why we don't film everything that we do on this and body work, for example, like this, because otherwise it'll be a little bit boring. It just takes a lot of time. So yeah, definitely made some good progress on this as well. So now the next steps, which we're going to be taking after getting both of the chassis legs split and now ready to put them back together, we need to know where this chassis leg even is supposed to sit. And this is exactly why we kept the outside wall. We could have just chopped the entire thing off and then put the new one on, but then we would have no idea where we are, how far we need to go in and out. So this is also another reason why we kept this wall, as I said before. And yeah, now we need to see how far it needs to go left and right and how far we need to bend it back. It already is in a pretty good position, but we just want to double check, and here we have our measurement sheet of everything in the center. And a couple of videos ago, we measured the strut towers, the centers of both of them, the width, and shockingly to us, those measurements were not correct. So then we started panicking that the entire car was just completely bent and that the strut tower was moved inwards. But then we just took different measurements from different points to reassure everything, and now know 100% that the strut towers are completely fine and 100% straight. It's just this middle measurement which is not correct. So I don't really know what Audi did there, because we measured it from the center out, and also the entire width is perfectly fine. So as I said, don't know what they did with that middle measurement, but we have the laser set up and have the car split perfectly in half. We took multiple measurements around the entire car and marked it up so that we have the middle of the entire car. And here you can also actually see that not all cars are perfect, because we have it completely in the middle, but then stuff like down here in this frame, this one, which I think is the alarm, something like that, this one is not 100% in the middle. So a car will never be perfect. And in the past, we've had multiple people comment that the car will not be perfect and it will just be ruined forever. And the car is never perfect. And even when it comes from the manufacturer, not just that one small issue, there's hundreds of small issues that the car has, which is normal if you look at how fast the cars are actually built. So big respect to the car manufacturers of how fast they can build a car and how precise actually. So now we're going to take some measurements and see where that chassis leg needs to sit.
Since the chassis leg already was in its rough position, we now want to pretty much make the final cuts both on the car and the new chassis leg. So we took out measurements and now are marking up everything, and then we made a line with some tape.
So now we pretty much just made the final cut on the new piece, and now we're working on making the final cut on the old one. And if we hold this one on here, which we can't really, because one, this is in the way, and also the reinforcement is still too far out, and this is what we're going to do now. Try to work this one in a little bit more so that we can fit this on better, and then also make our new line on the old piece so that we know where to cut it.
And working on parts like these, which are structural and super important, is pretty scary, but there's also so much which you can learn from this. And that's why we're doing it. We could give it away to be worked on, but then we don't learn anything and also can't do it in the future. So that's why we're taking risks like these and learn as we go, because we're no mechanics. So I think that definitely deserves a like and subscribe if you haven't yet. I appreciate it a lot.
So here we now have it. We made the final cut on the car as well. We still have to make some minor adjustments. We have it clamped on right now, and it's not on all the way, again, because of the reinforcements. Still have to bend that in the right direction and position. But besides that, is definitely looking a lot better and looks better than the bent one. But as I said, we still have to make some small readjustments to this entire thing and do some fine cutting to the edges and everything to make it fit. The front is very, very flush, but then we have to make some cuts around the entire edge where they meet up, because they kind of overlap on some parts, like this top piece right here. Just some small pieces, but all of this is going to be in next week's video, where we're actually going to be welding this piece onto the car, which is going to be super exciting. And then we're also going to be picking up a couple of parts for this car, which is going to be pretty cool. But with that being said, we made some huge progress on the car. We made this entire chassis leg straight again, and now are almost ready to get this new piece welded into place. The bottom piece down here on this side skirt is also roughly in its position. My dad's gonna keep on working on this. This takes a lot of patience, as I said multiple times beforehand. So here's where we're gonna wrap up this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to check out my TikTok and my Instagram, gonna be on the screen right here and also in the description down below. Make sure to like and subscribe, it really helps out this channel. Drive safe and stay tuned.
Hello everyone.